herself, right? Because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else. Paimon's creeped out.
What?
What? You mean you used to act like that too? So is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist? Imagination. Oh, you must mean imagined friend, right? Why didn't you just say so? So, this imaginary friend of yours, when does Paimon get to meet them? Seriously? So, imaginary friends just... Oh, Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. Hey, don't suppose your brother has an imaginary friend too? No way! You guys are so lucky! Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a 4-player game, but it seems you guys could play it with just the 2 of you.
Oh, Traveler! Fancy meeting you here.
Tone-deaf bard. What are you doing here?
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the thought of Lisa's contraptions make Paimon so nervous?
Come now, that's no way to speak about the elegant Miss Lisa. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
Dangerous?
I know, right? Apparently, though, it's called an Urnama detector. Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it actually works.
Huh? Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain childlike sense of wonder. Or maybe there's some other reason for it. If you want to know for sure, just ask her yourself sometime.
So, you can see them? Go on, tell us. What does his imaginary friend look like?
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, Traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
Oh boy.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
So it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see it. Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's size. Alright then, you just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground. Let's go see what everyone's imaginary friends look like. Flora from the flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed, you know? Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
I ride on wind and cloud alike.
तुझा गोल्ड नवा येतं का नाही
अबे मी मॅचेस खेळणे चालू आहे असं काल एक मॅच खेळो परवा एक मॅच खेळो परवा दोन खेळो
आपण नेड किंग खेळत होतो आपण सगळे लहान होतो बे मिराज मध्ये
हा माहिती मी बघितलं होतं मी रील्स वरती बघितलं ते मी नेड किंगचं व्हिडिओ बघावं म्हणलं नंतर मला लक्षात
Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora. A bloaty floaty.
आज रात्री हाय म्हणलं
Imaginary friends can be plants now.
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard.
असं आहे तेच म्हणलं कसं काय होणार
Sure. How can I help?
वाजेपर्यंत काय 3 काय 4 वाजेपर्यंत खेळू पाहिजे तर आज घाबरायचं नाही काय टेन्शन
आपण तर रोजच असते
मला प्रॉब्लेम काय माहिती का मला बोल जोरात बोलतात
Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty floaty?
What's wrong with it?
Friends with a flying plant? Why?
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool.
Isn't that called being blown away?
That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who
अबे
told me
तू
stories
कसा
of
माहिती
his
का तू
adventures.
Vampire आता बघितला
I
नाही
think
बे.
his name
त्यामुळे तुला
was
वाटत नाही एवढं काय.
Stanley. Stanley's
मला
an
लक्षात आहे की
adventurer.
तो ना character.
And you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The amazing
Catherine?
adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt.
हाँ
He's in the
Catherine
city at the
Catherine.
moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
ते main
That
hybrid
sounds like a
असतात की
fun
नाही हे
idea for
करतात.
next time. But
Lord,
right now we
Barbara.
have other things to attend to.
Nicholas.
Klaus.
Nicholas.
Flora's,
निक क्लाउज वे निकोलस नाही.
mysterious
तुझे कॅरेक्टर
kid.
लय भारी असतं बेचा.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
असं
Paimon's
अबे असं
theme
ते
tune.
बीट मोड मध्ये जाऊन मारता ना ते तर
How
ओपी
about
ओपी
that little guy on the bridge?
ते तू सेकंड सीझन आता बघायला ना. सेकंड सीझनचं एंडिंग बघ कसलं खतरनाक आहे ना बाप रे बाप. हे पोरगे आले का
Don't waste my time.
आता मला दिसते का काय?
No way!
माझा एक मित्र
That
कॉल
is
केला.
unexpected.
Tammy's imaginary friend is a ruin card?
एक झालं. मग कॉल केला.
Paimon's freaking
अबे
out
हे
right
कसले
now.
link
That
पाठवले.
thing is sure to attack us.
What's
आयुष्यात बरं.
Paimon is a
तर
favorite
त्याच्याकडे
one?
काय गेम पण नसेल एवढं आहे का नाही.
Seriously?
हा, एवढं नाही.
Oh, alright then.
मला हार्ट अटॅक पडले
How about we explore the
Hello.
area ahead of us later?
माय बॉडी लेफ्ट माय सोल.
Children are more open-minded. Is that way they can think up all
याच्या
kinds of
आपण
imaginary
बस फायर मध्ये
friends?
करतो तेव्हा मोमेंट स्लो होता का बे आपलं.
fitting, isn't it? That the city of freedom should be home to children with such
बस मध्ये
boundless
आपण
powers of
एकसाथ
imagination.
काय ऑटो आणि बस मध्ये असतं की ते
What
फरक.
about adults' imaginations? Let's ask
मला
some
वाटायला
adults at the
रे.
The thing
tavern.
about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself
Boy, boy.
amused even if you drank alone.
If I didn't know any better,
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
oh, and if I did have one too many,
बे
what
ते
then?
बाल
You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it?
बाल कॅरेक्टर
Throw you out?
You know,
Leg
the same
control
way
करायला
you
पाहिजे.
threw out father's legacy. You sold off his mansion.
I see no reason to.
Is that so? Then I trust you were...
Sorry. I have.
That's odd. Master D-Luke, I'm sure I...
अबे मध्ये तू वॉलरंट चालू केलता ना बे.
हा चालू करू दे तू नाही आहे म्हणून मी बसलो का चालू कर एकच मॅच खेळू मी बस.
Seems our
हे भारी
suspicions
वाटली
were
मला
right.
म्हणजे असं बोर तर
Grown-ups
नाही.
don't appear to have imaginary friends.
हा, अचानक
Like I
वॉलरंटचं
said,
काय
a
लक्षात
lack
आलं रे
of
तुला.
childlike wonder.
हे आता कॉल केलता ना तिने ये
So
बोललेलं
people
काय.
just
चल.
stop dreaming when they grow up?
अबे हा बेचा
Okay,
भारी
well,
गेम आहे एवढं
Paimon,
पण
for
बोर
one,
नाही.
never wants to grow up.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check. How about Ellen? Someone of her age.
कंटिन्यू केला नाही ना तू गेन्शिन इम्पॅक्ट समय.
नाही अभी मला मारू दिले झाले बे कडूचे कसलं खेळाले बघ खेळाले अबे याच्या मी तुला माहिती का एक दिवस तर ते सीझन दुसरा सीझन पूर्ण बघण्यात घातलेलो. एक दिवस माझं काम होतं आणि आज तर पूर्ण दिवस मित्राचा बर्थडे हे होतं जरा टेंगऱ्या बिंगऱ्या उडत
What
होत्या.
is Jean
अबे
doing
काय झालं
here?
माहिती का
Is
एक माझा मित्र
Master
आहे ना
Jean Ellen's imaginary friend?
तुझं असं एक वन साइडेड लव आहे बे. म्हणजे त्यांनी लय काळा दिसतंय बे. ऐक तर ऐक त्यांनी लय काळा आहे बे आणि
So
पोरगी लय
she's
गोरी
so
आहे.
determined to become a knight that she...
ऐक
Okay, that's kind of weird.
ऐकायचं राहिलं.
Oh, hello.
मी
What are you guys doing?
तर काय
Are you always training
वन साइडेड आहे
here?
बे पूर्ण मग
You
का
bet.
त्यांनी काय
Today,
केलंय
I
असं
heard
त्याच्याकडे
Stanley
लय दिवस
talking
झाले
about his adventures, It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Gene?
I mean, obviously, I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on
Seems Alan really looks up to Gene.
Oh, thanks. I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training?
How
How can I smash all these training dummies at once? So that's how to do it. I'm impressed.
मग त्यांना मेसेज केले हे राजेश दिंडे म्हणून
It's
कोण आहे
clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest.
अरे
I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
त्याच्या बाजूलाच बसले तर राजेश दिंडे कोण
Well,
आहे
I'm
असं म्हणले
exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work.
स्नॅपचॅट वरती ऍड
One day,
करू का
though,
विचारलं मग
I'll
आम्ही त्याला
smash
ब्लॅकमेल
all
केलं
the training
होतं
dummies in Mondstadt.
की बघा तुझं तुझ्याबद्दल लय वाईट वाईट सांगतो तुला काय करायचं तू पार्टी द्या असं म्हणत होतं आलं तर घेऊन जा
Shoot,
असं
I got
म्हणत
so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today. Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move.
दिलेत किती रुपये
Honorary
दिले
knight, could you deliver a message to Jack
150
for
रुपये
me?
दिले
He's a friend of mine.
अबे
Recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans.
त्याला काय केलं
If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion. He's adventuring with Stanley today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all of Great! Thank you so much.
त्याचा बर्थडे होता की नाही
नाही बर्थडे नव्हता ते What the fuck? Take the op, take the op, take the op. Take the op, bro. अबे याच्यात तू दोघांमध्ये डिफरन्स बघायचा होतो फक्त याचा ब्लॅक आणि व्हाईट म्हणजे ती अण्णा इथं का बरं लपतात की मला कळतच नाही आणि लपलं ते लपलं फ्लॅश आला तिकडेच बघितलं
We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the storm terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. Looks like we can't go any further. We didn't bag all the loot last time.
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
Oh, गन भारी आहे बे
Yahoo!
Give up.
Diffusing short plant
Force my blade. Spirit blade.
Lightning slash! Submit!
It's nothing.
best one on
No, my sword.
अबे जे नाइस के बाद काय करा
A touch of frost. Submit for judgment. Your life is mine.
Hey, are those guys?
just and merciful.
यार तरी ये ऐसा उड़ा तो नहीं
A touch of frost. Spirit blade. Attack. Give up.
या assist भेटलं का 98 डॅमेज केलो ना assist भेटलं वा लास्ट गोळी मी जिवंत असून भेटलं मला
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me. And then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt, who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
I think we should keep going. With Stanley by our side, we'll have no problem.
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
But your attitude says you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mare Javari.
Enough already! Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely! There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow! So, did he make it?
Sadly,
what the fuck, man?
I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more, where the gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
Poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows, and to have your spirit carried back.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot. Oh, you thought so too, huh? I agree. He wasn't telling the whole story.
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago, they were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The sword of brilliant valor and the shield of magnificent honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons? I don't know. Outstanding individuals always come with their quirks, right? If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the... Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, and my parents don't support my goals. So, what do you say? Help a guy out? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about...
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out. Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago. Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
अबे याच्या मी याचा सिल्वर सिक्सला असताना अबे सगळेजण बॉम्ब प्लांट करते उभं टॉप वरती राहण्यासाठी म्हणालो बॉम्ब मागत बॉम्ब ड्रॉप करत असते सगळे लोक बॉम्ब का मागायला म्हणालो सगळेजण तेच करायला 4 8 8 9 9 केले त्यांचे तरी पण
एकांना भेटणार बाबा जॅपनीज वर्जन पण डाउनलोड केलो मी ह्याचं लायब्ररी आहे बे निवडी बिडी मारता तो होतो लायब्ररी क्यूट आवाज आहे
आईला अबे एक जण येऊन मारला रे मला कोण मारला मारला का सिरियसली खेळ ना बे दोघाला नाही करायला गेलो मग 2 राऊंड हरलेत
Take this!
Spirit Blade! Attack!
प्लांट कर साइड नाइस फ्लैश करके जाना
बादलों में घूमेंगे ताए तलवार
जल्दी चल
Submit! There is no purer form of water than rain. It can aid us greatly in the purging of evil.
Hey, that bunch of hillchurls! Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely!
Spirit Blade! Attack!
Don't waste my time.
Wait.
Submit!
100 bucks, 100 bucks.
No, my sword! Lo and behold, the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
Are you sure? Looks kinda basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would hilichurls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilichurls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic, I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an Anemo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt City. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when...
You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield. Let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so... Huh?
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora-spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where? I want to see.
Maybe another time.
What the fuck, man? You only told diffusing, man. I was holding. You're doing wrong calls, man. हाँ बोल हाँ
One with my blade.
अबे थांब आता बोला लास्ट विलन काय आपल्या हातातलं
हँडमेड होतं पण
Forth, my blade.
Lightning slash!
दोघं हेडसड
एक होते
What, man?
Take this!
टेस्ट ओपन करतात शंभर चांगले आहे अपग्रेड करा म्हणले लोक केलं
Nice.
दे शॉक दे हाँ धन्यवाद
Nope.
ही शील्ड है
Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
Liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right
Pants
mind
on
would
fire.
use this?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered, though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left.
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for free.
माझा भाऊ मला आता लय मोठा स्पॉइलर दिला माहिती काय चा.
Excuse me,
Original
Mr. Hillichurro?
ओरिजिनल सर.
Well, okay.
अरे
You take
थांब
him
देतो
from
क्या
here.
थांब
Hope
एवढं
you
काय गडबड
picked up
करायला.
some Hillichurrian by now.
did.
If not, there's always body language.
नाही ते फरक पडत नाही ते मला पण माहिती.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
कुचू पापा कुचू पुपू गुस्सा
Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that.
Well, if you insist.
Mosimita.
Seems cheerful enough.
Hold.
Mexican plata? Manilla. Manita.
Man, hold B man.
Oh, yeah. He actually gave us the shield.
Guys, thank you so much.
It's
I
behind
can't
him.
believe Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
हाकलून देतो ते घरात
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! And I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Man.
Paimon's starting
अबे
to think
गाव आलेले
Stanley
बी मला
might be
म्हणलं
a
तसं यार.
fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be
Well,
pretty
Rob, get the-
familiar with Dadaupa Gorge. You've fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with hilichurros. I'll get back to my, stroll now. Goodbye.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a...
Orange noise.
क्लास कैसे खेलना
Shouldn't get caught buying alcohol.
असं का बसलीस बे awkward.
Tell me, Stan.
पण अंडरपास
Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name? Could there be another person called Stanley?
Oh, Stanley. It should have been
मला
me.
कधी होतं माहिती का मला
I
माहित
should have
असतं
been
ते
the one
होणार
to
आहे
die
पण
in
मी
the
ते
Belgian bar
त्याच्या
that
विरुद्धच
day.
करतो
Why won't your spirit
ते
come
चुक
and
आहे.
stop
ते
me
सुधारायचं
from
मला
using
पहिलं.
your name?
आता माहित होतं आता
If
तिला
only
तिथे
you had
येणार आहे,
that to
येणार आहे,
save a
तरी
rookie
पण
like
मी
me,
मस्ती केलं.
you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Mare Javari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
KB.
So the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear.
Fear
Fear that Mondstadt will forget
One
all
shot.
about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madrivari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. Getting too old. Are you guys planning on these dropping much longer?
Yikes! We're busted! Lightning slash!
Go away. Save your questions. And just leave me in peace.
But
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Tevat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you?
Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts?
Just now, just a weary old feckless fraud.
you're not a total fraud.
Stories? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, that's my biggest secret of all. And my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living, but the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
What the fuck, man? काय दिलं चालेल ते होल्ड करायला शॉर्टला त्यांनी प्लांट करायला कॉल पण दिलं रे का
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it?
Lightning flash!
-91. He's not -91, man.
The usual place है का? आपला झाडाची खाली.
ए याच्या काय झालं याला का तू?
हा, यालो की थांब.
मी अजून एक कॉम्पीला जातो.
अवघे हाराला कॉम्पी दोन नाही यार.
उगाच जिंकलो बे हारी ना बे मला असं ते सॅटिस्फॅक्शन भेटी नाही झालं अजून किल पाहिजे 15-16 झालेले ते मग त्या मागच्या मॅचला 25 झालते.
Did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Paimon remembers. Nowadays...
That's right. The tyrant of the winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better, or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yup. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy, not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom, and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing Paimon! Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you!
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.